Hey folks, it's been a while, hasn't it? I feel weird streaming right now. It's been like 2 months, I think. Welcome back everybody. Hope you are doing well. I'm doing fairly well myself, but I've missed this. I don't have any time for art lately, so it's good to just have a little moment. And as you can see today, we're gonna make something that may be a little bit cliche for like creepy art, but I think it's good. I think it's a good idea. So I'm gonna do my own take of it, and the idea is using this trail cam pictures and bugs, of course. Gonna make a couple like creepy, unexplained, cryptid type pictures. I love this bugs there. It's, I don't know, they look like ghosts. They're amazing. I got a couple pictures of them. This one is not very high quality, but it's the only one I could find of them flying. So the idea is to make a couple and using two. Hang on. Got some sound there. There we go. The idea is making two different pictures. We could use this one and maybe this one. And in one of them have maybe here, or in one of the trees, have the moth just like clinging to the tree. And in the other one have it like flying and blurry. That's why I don't really care that it's low quality, because it's gonna be like kind of hard to distinguish, and just have them as a pair. It's just making one is boring, and this is a pretty quick edit, pretty easy thing, so I tried to find a couple different ones so we could have a little variety. Also, this two pictures are from the same trail cam, I believe. It comes from the same Flickr account, so same camera, probably, or same model, you know. I should change the date and time here, so they're the same day, obviously. This is 2016 and this is 2015, so change the date there, the hours, so they're like close to each other. They're like within the same few hours. By the way, do you guys hear me alright? It sound good? A little test before beginning. And maybe I broke something since I don't remember how to use any of this. Hey, how you doing, Miha? As your picture coming along. So yeah, this is gonna be super easy to cut. I mean, it's pretty much done for us already. It's black and against white, white against black. Hey, Melbourne. Thank you. So first we're gonna do a little rough cut. Just gonna go around like this. By the way, I added some more lighting. Look at how it was before. It is now. It's a bit too bright maybe, but it's the best one I could find. It is a handsome bug. Let's soften those edges, and let's see if just a blend if will do a trick. And this might be the fastest edit I've done in a long while. All the pictures I use, by the way, I specifically look for not copyrighted or using Creative Commons licenses that allow you to change stuff and reuse them. So let's see. Double click on the layer. Got the blending options here. Blend if. So we are going to, let me see, do you guys see this all right? Yeah. I'm gonna say if this layer is black, I'll make it disappear. And that is it. Yeah. That was the easiest cut I've done in a while. It's a high quality picture too, which helps. So we got a bug now. Adobe also now entered into the free stock world. Did they? With Adobe stock, or did they launch something new? Go look that up. What's the name of it? Let's see. Well, the search options. Let's look for muff, for example, since we're on that. That's filters. Sorry, it's in Spanish. Like standard content, maybe? We do have no. No, standard should be like the normal one. Oh. Hang on, maybe I can change it to English somewhere. I guess here. Let's do United States. There we go. Okay. Is that commercial use? Or standard content? Oh. Hang on. Close this up. Well, now it's in Spanish again. But still the same options. I don't know. I'll look it up. We'll see. Because if they do have some good free stock options, that'll be great. Thank you for the follow, Maybom. Alright, let's see. Oh, did you guys check out the new Photoshop update? Some crazy stuff over there. You can turn yourself into a monster, basically. Okay, let's do a little demonstration before we start with this, since this is gonna be such a quick edit. Let me find a few pictures from my last trip where... Okay. That's a nice smiling picture of myself. Look kind of like him and I, right? Okay. So let me do Ctrl J. You guys didn't see this. Now there's this new option in filter. It's neural filters. And it can be wonky, it can get you some really weird things, but it's really funny. Oh, thanks for that link. Hang on, let me open that. Results in free. Oh yeah, that's free license. Yeah. License for free. Well, that's gonna be really useful. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, it's under the... next to the... It's here if you guys want to use it. Oh, that is gonna be very nice. I'll save that tab. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be very nice. Maybe since it's pretty new, there's not gonna be a lot of options. Okay. So there's like featured filters, which are the ones that are finished. And then there's beta filters, which I guess still need some tuning, and you'll see why. But even in the finished ones, well, the style transfer one, I'm not gonna try it because it crashed Photoshop every time I tried to use it. Seems to work for other people, but for me it crashes. Don't know why. Anyway, the skin smoothing one, I don't like it too much. Look at what it does. It like turns you into a blurry mess. And thank you very much. I'm already a mess without it, so. And even if you lower the blur, you, I guess, lower the smoothness. Doesn't it like blurs your nose out. Might be good to put it on and output it in a new layer like this. Look at the new layer, by the way. Oh god, that is terrifying. But we can do a mask over it and maybe just reveal the nose so it doesn't disappear from. I don't know. So maybe if we bring back some details, it can be better. Maybe, I don't know if it did anything to the beard. Yeah, it did. So, could help reducing maybe like, I don't know, zits or things like that. Maybe it's good at that. Anyway, let's try more neural filters. Because we haven't gotten to the best part yet. Hang on, let me see. Can I zoom in? That's on the, yeah, there. Okay. Zoom into my ugly face. And let's do the best one here, Smart Portrait. Let's turn it on. Okay, so here it's basically like face app, but body horror. That's how I would describe it better. You can change expressions, so let's turn up the happiness a little bit. Let's see what it does. Okay. Is it doing anything? It takes a little while. It's doing it in the cloud. I don't know. Maybe since I'm streaming, it's gonna be even slower. Okay. Still nothing. Oh, there it is. Like, yeah, it kind of works. And this is fully AI, by the way. Hey, Acoustica. Cheesy green. Yeah, this is like AI things. So they trained an AI program to get like pictures of the same. I guess they got a full database of people like smiling, frowning, and like neutral expressions. That's why I picked a like front-facing picture, because it's if you take a picture that's like 3/4 or any other like orientation of the face, it's gonna be messy. But frontal pictures, it seems to do a bit better. Okay, happiness, but let's turn it up to 11 and you'll see the craziness. Me when someone subscribes. And let's turn up the surprise too. Let's go crazy. Oh, this is starting to be creepy. Yay! Look at what it does to the eye too. And it's kind of like making the face wider and the beard disappear too. Yeah, I'm maxing everything step by step. Just gonna turn this into a monster, you'll see. This is anger. Oh no! Oh no! This is terrible. But okay, here's one good thing it does. It can. Here we can already see the teeth, but if you use as a base a picture without teeth, it kind of guesses. It does a pretty good reconstruction of how it would look. In this case, the inside of the mouth. Okay, it's not bad. It's like creating it from scratch. So. Okay. Now facial age. Okay, let's turn this 3 off, because facial age is a fun one to play with. First, let's go like just a little bit up to the middle. Okay, not bad. It added a double chin, which I appreciate. You know, it's starting to add a little bit of this, making the hair more gray. It's also pretty good. Let's turn it up to the max. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh no. So hair thickness, we can also turn that down to make me bolder, I guess. Let's see how it handles that. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It reduced like the volume a lot. Like receded the hairline a bit. Obviously there's some floating hairs. That's like stuff that can be fixed. Let's go. Okay, there's a weird one here. After this, we'll turn everything up. Let's see everything one by one. So head direction here. It can be pretty good in low doses. Like, look at this. It kind of turned the head, and it's pretty correct. It did something weird to the hair. Kind of makes it very dense and kind of blurred in general. And every time you move something. Because I guess it has to like recreate all those hair textures. Let's turn it the other way around. Yeah, pretty good too. It kind of has trouble with this eye, and it makes it like droopy. Okay, 211, and it'll usually mess up your whole neck situation. Okay, not that much this time. Let's go max to the other side. Hey, that is, well, the face now, it's now it's cursed. It is very cursed. Okay, one that might be useful is this light direction thing. So we can tell it to change where the light is coming from on the face, and it'll do a pretty good job of like guessing like the geometry of the face. And let's just look at before and after. Told him to make most of the light come from here, which it already does. So just increasing that, and it's doing a pretty good job. Look at the side of the face. It kind of did the beard well here. But let's go to the other side, since it's already in shadow in the original. Should have a little bit more trouble. Well, it kind of balanced everything out, lining-wise. But it's not bad. Let's go all the way. Let's see what it does. See, now it's too much. It looks too painted. But still. Like, good job. This one is probably the most useful one if you want to save some time on painting lights on a face. And let's see, this is like mask settings. And this is retain unique details, which we're gonna mess with in a second. Now it's like a 90% telling it to retain as much detail as possible. So if we get that down, it'll morph the face more and more. Okay, let's turn everything up. Let's make it very angry. So unsurprised and unhappy, and very angry, okay? Then very old, oh god. Oh, the gaze, you can change the gaze to, oh boy, this is cursed. This is very cursed. Oh my god. I told you this is a body horror simulation. This is body horror. Oh boy. And now let's, I don't care about unique details, just fuck me up, Photoshop. Did that change anything? I guess it doesn't matter too much at this point. Well, that's me, guys. I guess it kept the shape of the nose. Which is something. It is extremely cursed. Let's see what else, what kind of monsters we can... Those Titan and Tony. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh no. Oh no. Let's do baby face too. See, I love this. Oh no. This is very, very cursed. Also love the unibrow it gave me. So, that is me. Okay, yes, I love the result. I guess if you wanna go... if you wanna like really mess it up, you could do this and then do it on top again and just keep doing it until you end up with really cursed monsters. So yeah, if you want this, if you want a picture of yourself really messed up, also look at the teeth here. Send it in chat, send me an Imgur link, and we'll do some crazy shit like this. Better if it's like a front-facing picture. Okay, let's get back to this. So there's a few things I want to remove, kind of set the stage. First is this logo from the trail cam itself, and kind of distracting this very orange thing there. So let's go with a soft brush like this. Try to... there we go. Just clone stamp it out. We also have a second picture from this same... nope, that's not the one. Oh wait, which of these two should I use? Because this one is maybe better actually. It's a bit brighter in the back here, which I like, since I'm probably gonna put the moth here. And maybe we can keep this deer, like we'll remove this one. This is like taking up our space. But this one can be good there in the background maybe, just like a pair of eyes gazing at you. Yeah, let's use this one. So we're gonna get rid of the logo here. Just a couple clone stamps on top of each other. Oh god. It really had to be on the most complicated part of the image, right? Thankfully, it's kind of a low quality image, which helps us with this. Also adds to the creepy feeling. Hey, Knight. Yeah, they are so spooky, but this is gonna be spookier. Huge moth. It's a moth, actually. It is called, if you guys want to look it up, called the white plume moth. Very cool. Very cool species. Very creepy. They're tiny, though. If you see the... okay. 1 centimeter here in the original image. So, yeah. It is quite small. So in real life it wouldn't be too creepy, but since we're making it huge, it's gonna be. The music, oh yeah, the music is from, what's the name? Outer Wilds. Such a good game. Probably my favorite I've played in the past year. Oh, also if you guys want any cool game recommendations, I highly recommend Blasphemous. I've been playing through it. It is very good. It's a Metroidvania, Dark Souls-y style game in 2D. And it is very inspired by Spanish Catholic like traditions. And it is very creepy. I love it. And it's a Spanish game, so gotta rep my country people. We're also gonna put a black and white filter on top. I'm removing it now so I can see what I have to stamp better. But yeah, if there's a little bit orange left like here, that's not going to be noticeable. The main goal here is to remove this huge annoying logo. Which I believe is just the logo of the trail cam and not the logo of the person who took it, because I've seen the same logo on other trail cam pictures. Also, it's like Wild Game Innovations, that seems like the company. Sorry if this takes a minute. Clone stamping in this kind of complicated patterns behind it is kind of hard. But we'll get through it. We'll come out stronger. Oh god. Yeah, this part is gonna be very annoying. Hang on. Maybe I can start with... just to have a better base to start this with the patch tool. Yeah, it did keep some color in, but that's fine. That'll help. I'm doing this, oh, what did I do? No. Doing this in a separate layer too. So we can always go back if we don't like it. Okay. Let's see, we can pick from... So I'm gonna do this in a few steps, because I want different textures to... Oh. Just combine these. There we go. Like here, for example, I want this wooden texture to continue like that. Oh, and really cool unexpected news. I got featured for a second time on the Photoshop, like the official Photoshop Instagram page, which was completely out of the blue. So that was surprising. And of all things, it was on a repost of some pretty old art. But hey, that was cool. I gained like 200 followers, something like that in a day. That was exciting. There's a very strong shadow here I want to get rid of. Just go with a soft brush. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. They did feature me once in a Instagram story. But they asked for permission before. So they sent me a message and like, are you okay with us posting that? Like, sure. So I knew it beforehand. I'm so tired of Instagram anyway. Like, I haven't checked it in so long, except to like post the occasional thing. I just don't like the You know, the atmosphere of Instagram at all. Feels like everyone is competing for attention and trying to do the same thing, and I don't know. It's kind of like not toxic, but it's not great. It doesn't encourage creativity. Okay, that's not perfect, but hey, we got through this. Obviously, the trunk here doesn't look like it would, but who cares? Now we can do just with a soft brush like this, pressure activated. Try to smooth out some of these textures. It looks like there's a weird seam going through it. That was from my shoddy clone stamping. It's not something you're gonna notice anyway. I'm gonna look at the big moth in the middle, so I think that's good. Okay, next up. This should be way easier to clone stamp. And we're gonna get rid of this one, and I think we'll keep this one here. Just for the eyes. Adult Swim games posting their shit posts. Did it get you any like traction, or did it convert into followers? Because at the end of the day, that's the important thing. Like when they're reposting your work somewhere, they always talk about exposure and shit, but most of those reposters won't really convert any of the attention into followers. They can feel like a lot and then be nothing. The Photoshop feature was quite a lot because obviously they have like millions of followers in their pages, and it's people that are interested in that, in photo manipulation, so they're gonna, if they like it, they're gonna check out the profile. But with memes and stuff, that must be hard, right? Like if you see a meme and you like it, you'll laugh, but you won't be like, oh, who made this? I'm gonna seek them out and follow them. Okay, we got some repeating textures here, so we're gonna pick from displays. The only memes I've done are surreal memes on the surreal meme subreddit, which used to be good, now it kind of sucks. I did a couple of decent ones. And then, oh, I did the thing that probably got me the most like internet points, which are completely meaningless, is a few photoreal, not really, but versions of memes. And one of them got like 60,000 upvotes on Reddit. One of the meme subreddits, I don't know. That's gonna be my legacy. Hang on, I'm pulling up a picture. They can. This one, I did it in 15 minutes. And this 15-minute shitpost was the thing that garnered the most attention. This one got a good traction too. My legacy forever. Hey, bear! No estoy muerto. No, I'm not dead. Yet. Oh yes. Huge moons that don't make sense. Oh god, I could shit on like Instagram Photoshop trends for days. There's like a few how do you say it, like prototypes that everyone follows, and every so often there'll be a new tutorial or a new something, and every beginner will try it, and it'll kind of become a trend, so everyone will do it to get likes. So one of them was like thing coming out of phone. You might have seen one of these. I actually made one to illustrate the point because I don't wanna like call anyone out specifically. Oh, I don't know if I saved it though. Posted it on my Twitter. Hang on, I'll pull it up. Macro photographers and jumping spiders. I mean, jumping spiders are so cute. Who doesn't like a jumping spider? I actually have one in my house that I see sometimes. Her name is Ananta. And she's great. Okay, hang on, I'll copy paste it. That'll be faster. That's the one I made to illustrate the point. This trend was probably the most annoying one. Just keep in mind that this is done in like 5 minutes, so kind of sucks, man. Then there's the huge moon edit, which is literally a normal picture with a huge moon, that impossibly big moon pasted on there. And the worst thing about this kind of edits is like let's pretend this is a night sky, right? There's like little stars all around. So, you know, they'll take their huge picture of the moon and they'll be like, okay, well, this is my picture of the moon. Let's cut it. Just get the silhouette of the moon. Classic, like, moon like this, and just put it on there. So they'll literally have stars behind the dark part of the moon, which makes absolutely no sense. This really grinds my gears. Yeah, jumping spiders are great. Moon stars. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Thank you. You know, the good thing about having a Twitch account and streaming pretty much all my edits is that whenever I get the annoying Instagram DMs from like whoever that's beginning and there's like, oh, teach me how you did that, I just link the VOD. I don't think they watch it, but at least. May get some followers out of that, who knows. Yeah, man, it's translucent. Now, when the moon is dark, it just means that it's phased out of existence for a while. It's starting to look like that Magritte's painting. This one. This one. Just reminded me of that. Actually, that would be a pretty good thing on its own. With a picture like this. Just have it be surreal and weird and have the deer kind of phasing out between the trees. You can do that once we've erased the whole thing. Also, I was talking to Miha before, and we were discussing tutorials, YouTube tutorials for Photoshop, and we're both in agreement that they're so obnoxious. No hate against people who learn through YouTube tutorials, but they really annoy me because they take so long to get to the point. And sure, a lot of them are made for beginners, so they have to like specify at each step what they're doing. But what I really want is like, how do you do this? Okay, you do a layer mask and you do this and that, and like a quick explanation, because I already know how to make a layer mask. So when you go into like Fix Imperfect or stuff like that, they're like, okay, so to make a layer mask, you have to click here or do control this. I have very little patience, okay? But even if I say that, I have thought about making a tutorial at some point. Because I learned some very basic video editing. I was like, I could put that to the test and, you know, do like a basic easy tutorial. Or maybe like actually feel the niche that I'm looking for and do a quick tutorial that gets to the point. Like 2 minutes. Like, just click this, do that, you're good. So if you guys got any suggestions, tell me and I'll practice. I'll try to do a live tutorial and see how long it takes me to explain something. See if I can do it quick. This tree here. Just, I don't think it connects with this one. Looks to be more towards the back. So I'll have to remake that trunk. Okay, kind of patchy here in the background. I think it needs to be a bit darker like this. That's fixable. Okay. Just pick a bit from here. Let's do a soft brush. Whoops. And some artifacts. More over here. Actually, let's pick this. Yeah, that's good. It is. It is so cool. I mean, obviously that was going to be my response to that. I've been doing this for 10 years. If I didn't find it cool, it would be some weird form of torturing myself. Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, yeah, I was like about 14, 13, something like that. I really liked Photoshop and doing like crazy, weird things. Try to make people laugh and stuff. but I didn't really see Photoshop as a like legitimate form of art, like photo manipulation. So for a long time I thought I had to learn how to draw in traditional art to become an artist, and then it took me a few years to realize, oh, I could just do the thing I like actually. I think there's like a special niche for photo manipulation, because it's not the same to see anything I've done, for example, or any good like photo manipulation artist, like there, like the feeling that a photo or that photorealism gives you makes for a very different form of art. Okay, I need to redo this trunk. It doesn't. It definitely doesn't. Because I think there's this feeling still like actually what I felt like when I was a kid. And it's slowly disappearing, but there's this feeling in traditional art and like concept artists, the one that was doing photo bashing was like cheating in some way. Nowadays everyone does photo bashing, like it's a normal practice. So it's slowly degrading, but I think there's still this feeling that it's like you're not really doing effort. I don't know, that's kind of what I felt like. Hey Ender. How are you doing? Been a while, huh? But yeah, I think photo manipulation can give you a very different feel to the finished product. Say I took, whatever, let's take a... Okay, like this thing I did a while ago. If you do this thing in a drawing, it doesn't have the same feel, because you're taking actual pictures. It feels like a picture, it has that realistic lighting and that like old-timey effect. But even with more modern stuff, if you take I don't know, let's pick something. Okay, take this and make it as a drawing. It doesn't have the same impact, I believe. Like the realistic feeling makes you, I guess, look at it with different eyes. That might just be me. Thank you. Which one? I scrolled through them quickly. Okay, let's try this out. So... Ooh! Nearly forgot, there's some hooves here. Oh, the bug, the Antarctic one. Yeah, I think it's my favorite from this series. Still. And I like the story behind it, because it's also based on a real story. And the characters are real people, which kind of makes me feel a bit weird about it, but still, I think it's cool. And this, it's gonna go in the same series, kind of, but it's not gonna, I think I'm not gonna make a detailed story around it, it's just gonna be like a one-off thing. And like the mosaic one, which is just a quick thing with a little bit of story behind it, but not really any big conclusions. Bean good? Like a bean? Okay, so we are taking this and we're gonna make a Magritte's painting. Why not? Since we talked about it. It's just for fun. It's like a weird cross-dimensional deer. You got a bit of... or the other way around. Anyway. Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'll probably be here for a while. Been here for an hour. Doesn't feel that long. Okay, so we got our bug. We got our background. Very straightforward. There's not that much more to do. We have to just incorporate it in there. Hey, Mr. Hume. How are you doing? Thank you. Oh, and thanks for the follow, Knight. So Hume, are you more of a fan of the older stuff, the happy stuff, or the creepy stuff that I'm doing lately? I mean, the camp is kind of divided. Not that I dislike the older stuff, I don't. I really like it, but I feel like I needed to change things up. Okay, so we are putting this in a group, which will allow us to make a second mask here, so we can mask out the foreground elements. I still don't know how big we're gonna make this, but I want to have a look at how it could end up. I guess we're gonna make it... we gotta put it on here, on this one, the background. So all the trees should be covering it. In this one too. Yeah, you're a creepy stuff fan. Yeah, that's definitely how I feel. I don't really have a style. And when I feel like I start having a style, I'll change it up. What kind of stuff do you photograph? So I keep forgetting I've some new keys to change the size. They're very useful, but I keep forgetting to use them. Mostly street photography? Yeah, link me your Instagram or your Twitter or whatever social media you use. I can check it out. Hang on, let me open it up because I'll forget later. That's on Instagram, right? I'm imagining. Done a bit of street photography, and well, that's cool. Geneva. Very nice. So I've done let me pull up a couple. Leave this there. Kinda experimenting because I just got a new camera, so got a few good ones out of this trip. This one here came out pretty well. This one. This one here. I'm still in the process of editing, and actually I might get to editing some of them later, like this one, which I have to remove a bunch of people, but actually I already did that. But I have to retouch the rest. Yeah, maybe we'll get to it once we finish this, I think. Depending on how much time we've wasted. Thank you. Got a beginner at that. Like, as much as I do photo manipulation, I'm not great at photography. Most of the pictures I use, I've just found. Mainly because my weird ideas require really specific and strange pictures that I couldn't get myself if I wanted. Okay, actually, I don't know if I should be doing this whole thing, because I still haven't really placed it. We can do this though. We can do underlying layer and just hide the brightest spots, which should just... There, that should be good. Not gonna hide all of it. It can be good to just move it around and see where we can place it exactly. I think we're gonna go a bit smaller, so it's not like overpowering or huge. I think we are going to change the perspective a little bit. We can't get away with doing that a lot, like too much, because then it'll start looking like a stretched piece of paper, but you can do that a little to give it some perspective. And of course, below this and above it, we have to put a lot of shadows. We have a really front-facing like flash style lighting, so it's gonna be like a lot of shadows between the trees and the bug, and vice versa. I think in general we could just pull up the levels here. Just darken it a little bit in general, so it's not that overpowering kind of white. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Oh, but we will have to change the blend diff on it, because now it's darker. So we'll have to... Oh. Have to reveal it a little bit more. Okay, that looks alright, I think. Okay. So big shadows right below it. Yeah, put it in the same group. There we go. I'm gonna paint them manually, I think. So yeah, you can see there's a bit more light in this area than in this one, feels like. And for the things that are right in the middle, the shadow just goes right behind. Maybe a bit to the left like this. It should be like right behind, I think. The legs don't really make sense, but they don't have to. This should actually be on top, like this. Trying to think where the light goes is probably, for me at least, the hardest thing about Photoshop. Just trying to, I don't know, project the lights on your subject, trying to imagine where they go, where the shadows end up, how hard and soft the shadows are. That kind of stuff can be like really mind-bending. So the shadow in these leaves here, since they're not on the same plane, alright, maybe they are, but we're putting the wing above it, so we don't care. We'll pretend they're in the back. So the shadow will go much higher and be a bit softer. A bit here too, maybe. Should cover it more or less. Okay, now on top of this, I'm gonna put some dark. So let's recover the parts we cut there. Shadow. Probably go a bit to the left. It's way easier when you have a, say, like sunlight. Much easier to figure out, because you can say like it all comes from here, so all the shadows will project to this side. But when you have a light like this that comes from the middle and projects outwards, like the things here will have a shadow that does, oh, I guess I'm on the eraser, that does this. Things here will do this, a bit less exaggerated, but that's the point, that's the idea. Should project. And apart from this, which is going to be like the layer for very specific shadows, let's call it shadow 1. I'm also going to do another shadow layer to paint over some parts that I feel are too bright, like these legs, which I believe should be like about this gray, or even a bit darker. The wings here, they're in the middle of a bunch of trees, so they should be like generally darker. And mostly the body and the silhouette of the wings should stay fully bright. Just this area and this one. Just going in with a very soft brush. This part here is further back. I'll darken it slightly. And same with this leg. And the antenna. Or however you pronounce that. The bugs have very hard to pronounce words, and since English is not my first language, I always mess them up. Like antenna? However you pronounce that. Oh, we got a bad mask here. There. Yeah, we gotta correct some of these masks. Make them softer in places. Also, maybe bring in some of the background stuff in front of it. Like this foliage here. I think it should probably be over the wing, right? What we can do is pick up the background layer, put it on top of our bug, and Alt and click here to make a black mask, and we're gonna just reveal it in the places we want. I want this foliage. Don't worry, I'll get better in a second. Like these branches. What else? Those trees in the back are fine. This branch here. Some more foliage here. Okay. So now we're gonna apply a blend diff to this layer we just added. There we go. So this layer, we'll just remove the darks and soften that up. And it is something, although it needs more shadow behind it now. This should be shadow too. Okay. Now this picture is really high quality compared to the background. So we're gonna have to work on messing it up. That's our next goal. First, just a little bit of Gaussian blur, which I have mapped to Ctrl-Shift-G. I recommend you do that if you haven't already. Gaussian blur is really useful in many situations. So, let's see. We're trying to more or less bring it to the level of focus, or the level of just pixel detail that we have on here. Which will unfortunately mess up some of the wings, some of the plumy things on the wings. That's fine. Okay, Gaussian blur. Since this is a smart object, we can always go back and forth on it. So no worries. Okay. Second, we are going to pull up my grain action. Was taught to me by Larry Hakila, really good streamer on here. It's like portrait photography, it's really good. And he has this grain action that is really useful. So, it is basically, look at this layer it just added. I'm gonna remove all the smart filters and, hang on, let's just put it on top of everything like this. So it is a 50% gray layer, really easy. Make it into smart objects so you can alter things later. And then just three simple things. First, add noise. You'll just add some regular noise. Second, Gaussian blur, so it'll blend the noise into more amorphous blobs. And then sharpen, so those blobs become more prominent. And now, instead of just having noise that is 1 pixel in size, you apply that in soft light. And instead of just having like this would be like just pixel sized noise, you have like larger grain, which looks more like film grain, and which you can mess with in any way. Like you can say you can add a blend diff and just apply it to the darks, which would make it look more like film grain. Or in this case, I'm just gonna replicate like this camera noise, like this camera noise here. So what we are gonna do is, as you can see, there's like a lot of black and white spots, basically. We're gonna take this noise layer and we're gonna remove, hang on, let's see if I can remember how to do this. So we're gonna keep the bright spots, which should be this, and then do it the other way around. And now we have 2 layers that'll add black and white spots, but they are still too small. I could either just take this and make it larger, could work. I combine them. Maybe make them double. Okay. Just make it larger. Let's see how that looks. That's more or less all right. Let's see how it looks on our puppy here. Yeah, just adding a little bit of those black and white spots. I can see there's some bad edges here, which I'm just gonna remove them manually because see how if we destroyed a lot of edge with this kind of thing. Not really. Cancel here. There we go. Okay. Just go with a small, soft-ish brush. Smaller. There we go. Just trying to remove that black edge. That part of my shadow. This shadow. Yes. Bit too harsh there. Oh, just remove that. By the way, they just reinstituted a sort of lockdown here. This is one of the reasons I'm streaming, because I might have just been out and about if we weren't on lockdown. And I can't... It's like I can get out, but I can't, for example, go to the city. They have this lockdown like by areas. Since I live like out of the city, can't really do a lot. Except for like walking the dog. How is it over where you live? Did any of you guys get re-locked down? Oh, I might have to remove some shadow, maybe? I think it might just be the filters here. Yes. Okay. Let's bring back a little bit of fluff. Some areas. This is good, I think. So over here, just like, it's not a lot of definition by itself, so can't really bring a lot back. Just kind of a mess. Over here it's better. Looks good. Here there's something a bit strange going on. It's kind of blending a bit. What if I... Nah, I won't do a lot. Forget that. Actually, I haven't tried it. There's supposedly, in the new Photoshop update, there's supposedly a new selection thingy that actually we're gonna try. So we're gonna remove all filters, all masks, and the blend if. This is a copy, so don't worry, I'm not losing any work. This is the original, right? So we're gonna let Photoshop select subject. Shouldn't have too much trouble, although, yeah, it did. It did. Not great, Photoshop. I thought you'd do well in here. Maybe it's all the little plumes here that are messing up the detection algorithm. I'll just make it a bit better. It doesn't have to be amazing, but well, that should be enough. Let's do that. So, we got this selection, and now what I wanted to do, double click on the selection to bring up this menu. Supposedly they updated the algorithm to select here. Okay, so this, I don't know the name of it, it should use the AI to know what to select and what to remove. I believe. Say I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll need to make it a bit smaller. So I'm telling it to remove this area. It's kind of by itself just going out to the edges. Trying to find the edges of this. Actually, that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna use that a lot. Look at that. That is very nice. Oh. Can't mess up though. This is one of those things that will work well as a first step, you know? Make it smaller like this. That's pretty alright. And I think they also updated the hair one, which we should be able to see with this. That is very nice, like that. I was using the hell out of this one before already, so it still looks good. I don't know if, like, how much they made it better, Probably using some more of the AI like the other tool. But I love this tool. It just makes selecting hair. Okay, maybe it did a bit too much there, but just makes it so much simpler. It has saved a lot of time for me. Because for some reason I love having hairy things in my edits. So I'm always having to do this. That's good. I like that. This one can also work well for other edges, but I guess now this will be the prevalent one. You can combine them too. Yep. It's been kind of a test only, but I like this. I like this tool. Would recommend. No, we'll actually keep it. Let's make it a bit better. And I'm not going to use it as a main thing. But I think I could give it some use when I have to clear up some edges on the real one. So we'll have it here. Let's see. Actually, it does a good job there. Maybe I can remove a lot of the blend diff, which will in turn remove some of the nasty edges. So yeah, we did end up using it. It's good. Okay, it still feels a bit too bright. Like all the things in the area are much darker. Now we should be able to mess with levels with more ease because it's already selected. So it won't mess up our selection when we do this. So I'm just changing the output so the brightest value isn't like absolutely white. I still want it to shine a bit. Like say the eyes here, they shine, you know? So we can just generally darken the whole thing, but leave the bright areas, just leave them as bright as possible so it looks a bit shiny still. How's that? Let's compare. Oh yeah, we've really darkened it. Remove this one, by the way. Feels a bit too dark over here. Maybe we can remove some shadow just so we're able to see the silhouette of it at least. Remove a little bit of shadow there. I think we might also have the blacks here being a bit too dark. So I think we can put our levels on top of everything, since this is also going to affect the shadows. I just painted. Just remove a bit of it. There, like, see this black here before? It was even darker than the darkest part of the image. Or at least of the area, so yeah, better. Maybe not as dark as this, but still felt out of place. How do we feel about this so far? I think it might be not noticeable enough? Well, I mean, it is, but... I don't know. Do want a bit more shadow on the legs, so they don't pop up as much. I mean, they're nice, I like them, but don't want it to take so much space visually. Bit of general shadow here. And then this couple shadow layers are just normal layers. But now we can do an either overlay or soft light with a soft brush like this. Maybe add some highlights. Oh, you know what I should do? We can see the eyes here actually. Let me check out the original. Are there the eyes? They're just hairs. They can feel like the eyes, so... Let's on top of this, eyes. A shadow on there. So I feel like we can maybe do like this and have two really bright eyes, which will definitely call your attention. Like that. I think that could be nice. And on top of the levels. And then on top, but not clipped to the layer, I feel like we can maybe give them some glow. Just to help with that ethereal feeling. That's nice, right? Okay, so good. Let's get back to our overlay. Can maybe just give a little light here and attention to this main part of the body. It's a little bit of highlight there. On our shadows. Darken this one. Brighten some of the hairs. You know, I'm feeling this so far. Hopefully it's not annoying to you guys that I keep zooming in and out. I like it. I like to zoom out from time to time to get a good view. Also, I usually have this navigator here, so I can have a small view all the time. And I have mapped to Control F this flipping action. I can check it out from the other perspective, and usually that'll make a lot of errors pop out. For example, this shadow below here should not be that dark, I think. I think we can also remove some. Little bit of edge here. Get back this leg. That was ripped out for some reason. Oh, I know what's the problem with this leg is. I know. It's here. Yes, it is. Indeed. There we go. I think with this we kind of recover it. Well, I don't know, maybe we should go even further. No, I think that's just the mask below it. But in doing that, we've messed up a lot of details here, which we have to come and bring back. No problem though. We also have this. Which does help quite a lot actually. Year 2. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's come back here. Just get a small brush like this and get this area back. Yeah, maybe since I tried to add a lot of shadow to make it more noticeable, maybe I overdid it. Yeah, definitely. Darker here. The lower part of the body still feels strange, right? I think I'm not the only one. It just needs a little bit of brightening to help out. I think what it needs, maybe, is to blend a little bit with the background. So maybe I can take the color of the wood, paint over, and sort of camouflage it like this. And go all the way up here. Now that makes me notice that there's a bit too much shadow on here, which I can decrease. And now this layer I just painted, just gonna play with the opacity till we feel alright. Probably a bit too much shadow here too. Here we go. Let's do this in 2 layers so I can get this edge. Yeah. And now it jumps out. Nightmares. Jumps out a bit less to me. Okay, question for the class. Is there any like Photoshop basics or Photoshop like simple things that you took way too long to notice? For example, for me the latest one was for the brush. I learned that it wasn't mapped on my keyboard because it's a Spanish keyboard, but usually, like in American keyboards at least, it is pre-mapped that you can increase and decrease the size with a keystroke. And I learned that I could map that, so I mapped it to the dot and to the point and the comma. And now I can do it. And it's been 10 years of Photoshop. The X button to toggle, that's a good one. Also the D button. Okay, so say I was like taking different colors and I wanted the defaults, like pressing here. You can do that with D. What else did I learn recently? I don't know, in terms of basics, I think the plus and minus size there was the biggest one lately. The R, oh yeah, I did that so much on accident, and then you can't Control Z that, because, or Z, for you, because it's not like an action that gets recorded here. So I didn't know how to get it back. Then I learned that if you press Shift, you can just get it perfectly upright. But for a while I freaked out. I know some people like Antoni, they cut, when they're masking something, they're always rotating it to make it easier for their stroke. I think that's a genius idea. I never do. It's like, oh, I gotta do that more every time I see him. Okay, we're gonna take this edge. Since we blurred the whole thing, but the edge is perfectly crisp. So we should maybe blur just the mask like this, which will unfortunately remove a bit of detail, but you know, that's what you got. Don't know if that did a lot. A little bit. I think that's pretty good. What are some cool basic things? Oh, in the select and mask menu here, I pretty recently learned you could change this, and before I just had the, I don't remember how I had it. Like this? I don't remember how I had it, but when I learned you could like change that. Oh, there we go. I think it was, maybe I had it like this? Or like this. Don't know what's the default one. But yeah, I learned that you could do this. Alt to sample, yeah. Oh, the numbers for opacity. Which, I don't know, they... Oh, by default they changed the opacity of the brush. And I never really use that. Don't know if I should go so hard here. Because making it pretty much as bright as this, that might be too much. Let's check out the original. Just to remind ourselves of our humble beginnings. And especially, I wanted to see how bright it would be on average. Obviously, it is not, like the base animal here, it's brown, it's not so bright like this, but it can give us an idea. Maybe we're too harsh with the whites there. Maybe we have to lower them a bit. So we have this noise, which I think works pretty well to emulate this. But maybe we could also, below that, have another one of these screen things. With bigger grain, I think. So for this, I'll just increase the Gaussian blur to like 1 pixel and sharpen more. And obviously that is very strong, but mess with the opacity. Okay, I think I'm gonna add levels to this layer, because I think it's making shadows that are a bit too dark. So I think we can reduce that. And I do that instead of just changing the levels directly, so I can, you know, go back and forth, as I tend to do. And I can still paint with black on here and not worry about it making it too black. Also gonna reduce opacity a tiny bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's probably good. I think I might have been a bit harsh with the shadows. Might have made them a bit too strong. Since they're pretty far away from the flash, so they wouldn't be as harsh as this. Pretty far away, so things don't really have that much shadow back there. I think. Not great at this. Also, how about... So we have this layer here, which is just adding some foliage over. It is just a copy of the original layer with some added things. I think we could maybe add some foliage over this. Doesn't really have the strength to do it. Nah, forget it. Let's have it blend in a bit more. Okay, so I think this could be just the number one. I don't know if I'd change too much more. Been fiddling around with it for quite a while now. Let me know if it doesn't look still like realistic, if it still needs a bit of work. Put that here. Call this big bug. This bug needs a name, by the way. Do you have any names suggested in chat? It's a white plume moth, if like the name of the species. That helps you. And okay, for the second one, I'm gonna remove this. I mean, we got this from the same camera, but slightly different angle. I can see it's from a different day too. So maybe we can use this one, remove the deer, and put our flying moth somewhere in the back. Or maybe we can use a completely different camera, like this one. The same model, same woods, I think. So yeah, it could be like camera 2, taking a picture a while after that. Yeah, I think that would be more fun, right? Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Okay. So we are first copying this. And we're removing this deer friend. Sorry. I'm gonna phase you out from existence. Not really the same tone here. Don't love that. Also, hey, people are getting DMCA'd even more with the music now, right? I hope this playlist I made is still safe. I mean, it's supposed to be. It still scares me a bit. I know that Twitch now has like some sort of music thing in beta. I haven't had the time to check it out. I think the playlist should be safe though. Like, it's not that like new songs are getting muted. It's the same ones. This one's still supposed to be safe. Let me know if you want a link to the playlist for your streams. This doesn't really connect. There. Hey Knight, welcome back. We just made this. I'm still not 100% sure I'd call it finished. But I was like messing around with it too much. I was like, better to start on the second one, and then maybe we'll look back at it and see it with different eyes. So, we're starting on the second one. It's gonna be pretty similar, but we're gonna have the bug flying around. They are still creepy, yes. I was thinking if we could find a good name for this moth friend. A lot of our creatures have names that we put on stream. For example, the ant in the last one, his name is Antonio, of course. God, I don't know. I don't remember most of the names because I have really bad memory. So, okay, so this one, her name is Margot, because maggot, actually, it's mentioned in the diaries as an official name. Big Moth. It has to be like a very human sounding name. That kind of sounds like Big Moth or something. Big Moses. Don't know why I thought of that name. Starts with M-O. Moses the Moth. Kinda like it actually. Something with plume. Okay, something that sounds or that rhymes with plume. Hume, like the philosopher. I don't like having to remake so many trees. But at least this background is way simpler than the last one. Last one was a nightmare, especially here. I guess I should be thankful. Oh, Timothy. Timothy has moth in it, it's perfect. So hey guys, say hi to Timothy. Or big moth friend. Yeah, I mean these ones were pretty good because they're obviously it's a forest, but it's clear enough that you can just put something there. There were not too many options though, I gotta say, of trail cam pictures with a Creative Commons license or something that I could reuse. Also, it took me a while to find one of the moth flying of this species of moth flying. The only one I could find at first was a picture in a science kind of like repository where you can buy like a kind of science stock site, I guess. It cost $1,200. $1,200. Crazy stuff. Obviously I'm not gonna pay that, so I kept looking and I found this picture on a super old site by what looks like a couple that do photography. They probably haven't done it in a while, but the site is still up, and they did like daily image, and it's like images they took, and they had like equipment for like taking images of bugs flying, and they had a permission thing on their site saying like people could use it for artistic purposes, and I'm like, yep, don't have to say it twice. That's way better than paying $1,200. But since it's a very old site, and okay, hang on, I'll show this site to you because it's very funny. I think it's still somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is the site. It's like images of the day, and I thought at first that these images would be just someone else's, but there's literally 0 copies of this image on the internet. So this is the site. It's so great. It's actually very cute. Like a relic from another time. And see, like Roy and Mary Battle, they're like a couple that takes pictures. It's so cute. It's like, yeah, as long as you credit us, you can use it. So nice. I felt like an explorer finding an old internet relic. This is too dark, too bright, I think. So I'm just gonna go with a very soft dark brush. Try to paint over it. That looks better. Okay. That gets rid of our dear friend. No, it's fine. We got some good ones, I think. Usually I feel pretty weird of asking for this kind of stuff like on Twitter. But it's crazy, like the kind of things you find and the people that are willing to help. When I did the one in this series that took place in an East African kind of tribe or community, I was like very scared about making a cultural misstep, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ask Twitter, like, is there someone that can help me? And I got a super nice teacher from around, like basically from around the area where I was making the story take place, and he helped me out. It was super nice. So yeah, you can ask for help and people will pop up, but I always feel a bit weird about doing it. I'll probably have to resort to that the day I can't, like I literally cannot find the picture I'm looking for, because I usually have really specific ideas, like things that I need. I have weird appetites for pictures. Okay, that's good, I think. Let's just put our bug friend Okay, this is the original picture. It's a bit bluer in real life, but obviously these pictures are taken at night, so we're just going with black and white. And, let's actually do what we did for the last one and see how it works with this picture that's lower quality. And, oh, that's something that they said on the site. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know where it is. Oh, here, in the legal thing. The images viewed here are usually below the quality of the original in order to fit the images in original disk space, and so as to not to try your patience while waiting for them to load. So this is like old ass internet where your connection was so slow that to load a picture it took a while. I love it. So that's why the picture is not super high quality, because I wish I could get the full quality one, but it doesn't matter too much because we're just gonna place it around here and it's low quality anyway. If we had the full quality one, we would have to remove a lot of that. So let's start with letting Photoshop do the job. Not great. I do not like it. Now, forget it. Let's just do it the good old-fashioned way. Let's soften that edge in case it shows up. Okay. And now, let's go here to blend if. And we gotta be quite careful to not really remove a lot of the... I think that's good actually. It's really nice to find pictures in like against the black background, so simple to cut out. Because usually you'd be seeing me cutting out images for quite a long while. Some of them probably, I don't know if the most, but one of the most time-consuming things of doing composites is cutting the images. Get raided by whom? I saw Shu was streaming. Is he gonna raid me again? Are you guys ready? They kind of come here to something very weird. If they do. But I mean, what do you expect from my streams? Oh. No, actually that won't help. I'll just say it manually. No. Hey, there he is. Miha was telling me that I would get raided again already, so I knew it was coming. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? It's been a while, isn't it? Oh, did you guys check out my new gamer chair? It's cool, isn't it? It's an old ass huge old band chair, but it's cool. Yeah, hello everybody. Really good to see you. We're making some more creepy edits, as we usually do. Here's the one we've made so far. There's a huge creepy moth, and I'm still not entirely like happy with it. I was doing the second one just to have them both and maybe edit it later. And this is gonna be just of the moth flying, so we can just have a couple instead of just one. Yeah, how's the last I don't know, couple months been since I've been active? Creepy. That's the objective. Their name is Timothy. That's the name of the moth. Obviously, no good creepy edit is finished without a cute name. the last one, which was an ant, was called Antonio. Obviously, bright eyes, it's important. No. Yeah, I'm him. I don't know if I did that right. This is where Facebook conspiracy theories are made. Luckily, I think my works haven't been used yet for conspiracy theories, but I believe it is a matter of time. I've seen them in like cursed image threads around the internet. Sometimes I look them up on Google just to see if someone has taken it seriously. Thankfully, not yet. Just as like general cursed images. Okay, creepy glowing eyes, check. Let's make that glow a bit smaller. Timothy, exactly. Badger. Fantonio. I don't know if I have to do a lot of curves here or levels. It's already pretty... Oh, also I have a blend diff, so it'll mess everything up. Okay, hang on, just to get rid of the blend diff. I'm gonna rasterize, I'm gonna apply the layer mask, and I'm gonna make it into a new a smart object again, so all those changes will get applied. And okay, now this we can mess with it without getting weird parts disappearing. I would love that. That'd be cool. Let me know if you find a huge bug decoration so I can put it in my front yard. I don't really have a front yard. I'm not American. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's just reduce the output here. Yeah, that matches a bit better. Maybe the darks are a bit too dark. Want some good news? Sure, I want some good news. Who doesn't? I don't think there are enough good news in the world right now. So you better not be trolling me. Oh, this was the original. There was a plant there. I forgot. Hey, thanks for the follow, LT. Also, I think I went a bit too hard on this eyes. They shouldn't be as round. I think that's better. It's a bit from the side like this. Oh really? Neil, that's great. I hope they'll help a little bit. At least like strike up compensation. That's fantastic. Neither, she's not a gamer nor a photographer. Disappointing. Oh, let's check out the original. I had to clone stamp deer out of there. Oh, seeing the darkness of the deer in general, I'm feeling that this should be even darker still. Oh, that's not the right one. Too dark there. Just reduce the output so it feels good. I just do this by feel, guys. If you ever wondered, there's no logic to this. Anyways, congrats, Neil. Hang on, let me show chat the pictures I did for you. I don't know if I saved them, but I should because I'm a data hoarder. I think I have a stream folder. Yeah. Here. Did another one for you, I think, too, right? Oh, this one. It's where some of the, like, point reward edits. The abdomen should be darker. I'm guessing the abdomen is this. It's kind of hard to distinguish why it's in flight like that, but let's do a... Let's keep a just normal copy like this. We can see better. Yeah, that's the abdomen. The two back legs. Yeah, this back leg especially I think should be darker too. Let's put a layer on top, just a normal layer. Oh, there we go. Darker here too. Hey, thanks for the sub, Neil. That's very nice. Hope you enjoy your penguin. I think that's the only emote I have so far. Like the only normal one. What did you send with me, huh? You do have rare pepes for everything. It's impressive. Okay, let's reduce the output here too, so we don't get like too darks. How's that? I think maybe this back wing here should also be darker as it goes further. Yes, that's the annoying Photoshop error noise, which ironically enough, I managed to turn it off because I hate that sound. To do that, you have to turn off all system noises, which is also good. Like, I don't like system noises anyway, so I don't have it on my computer anymore. Like, it doesn't annoy me anymore because I know it's not an error. But I put it just to remember it. I put it as a notification sound. Yeah, just in case you're using Photoshop in the background, you think there's an error. Oh, you're right. That is true. Well, we do have the size with this one, with this. Oh, I think I should group that up. We do have a size perspective with this, but I still think you're right. Just in case someone takes it in different, or just takes this one on its own. Should still be creepy. So let's move it a bit to the left, maybe? And just have this on top. Maybe that'll be enough. Let's see. Busy hating on gamers. What did gamers do to you? Let's brighten a little bit central area. Okay, and now since this is a smart object, we can just try a few different looks here. And what I wanted to try first is a motion blur. Whoa, not that much. Okay, so we're doing side to side like this, I guess. bit less than that, so we can still sort of distinguish what we're seeing. Also, because I don't think these cameras have that much of a aperture speed. They're not like cameras for sports. How about that? Also, by removing some of these filters, we can focus some areas a bit more, so it feels more like the... Maybe we can focus the body a bit more. So it feels like it's the wings mostly. Shortcoms are absolute garbage at scene movement. As in, it blurs a lot. I guess especially at night they would have a longer aperture time. I don't know. Don't know how those cameras work. So let's put a little mask over here, because there's some parts that are bothering me around this area. Just blur that edge a little. Blur so much. I don't want to blur it too much, so it's still more or less visible what we're seeing, you know? Also, this is annoying me so much. This is a very long name. Just call it by its name, Timothy. So the eyes might be too bright for, like... I mean, they look bright, but they don't glow, you know? But still, we're trying to go for otherworldly, so... I think that should be fine. Okay, then on top... I'm gonna do this grain action, which I explained a while ago, but I'll be explaining since there's a lot of new people. This is courtesy of Larry Hakila. So you basically make a 50% gray layer. You put it on soft light, and then you add on the layer first noise, and this will just make normal. Okay. This will just make like normal pixel size noise. But what we're doing here, what we want is like larger noise, like more like grain, like film grain. So then we add a bit of Gaussian blur, and then we sharpen. So that'll like, the Gaussian blur will clump up the noise into darker and lighter areas, and the sharpen will make that sharp. So, soft light. Got a good amount of noise, which is too much, but we're just gonna add it to the bug here, and maybe we'll make it larger, because just to match the size here. So I'm gonna rasterize this layer, and I'm gonna make that bigger. Well, let's see how that looks. That seems like about the right size. Obviously this is too strong, so I'm gonna increase the opacity until we feel like it's all right. That should be fine, right? Here's a similar method to get grain on your drawings. I really recommend getting it into an action, so you can just click it and be done with it. Also, what I did on the other one, which I have on this same document for some reason, is apart from adding this noise, I did that same noise action, but hang on, put it on top. So I remove all the grays and I left only the blacks and the whites, because I was noticing that instead of like normal noise, it seems like there's just white and black spots all over. So I did that, and I added this kind of spotty black and white look, and I think that kind of works. So let's see, let's copy that, put it on the other group. We already have the normal noise, which works well enough, so might be too much. Yeah, let's just add that with a low opacity. You still use zero action? I started using them pretty recently, because I don't have like a lot of things that I automate. Like a lot of things I just wanna get done faster. But recently I started using them more. And some good ones I have, like for example this flatten plus camera raw. We'll just make a new layer with everything flattened and add a camera filter. And I can edit. And that's just, it's a dumb time saver. Oh, new camera, I guess, yeah. The dumb time saver, but little things like that. A quick save JPEG. And Sirit, which you might recognize from chat, sent me this dodge and burn one that I sometimes use. It is basically two, like, really complicated. Well, that's not that complicated, but it's like a couple dodge and burn curves that you can then paint here, for example. So I've used that on occasion. Group my contents. Crawls in your mouth when you sleep. Let's not give people more nightmares. Okay. Maybe we can move it even further. Just want it to be clear that this is behind the tree, in case there was any doubt. New camera raw can now be compacted. What do you mean by compacted? Let's check it out. Since I updated Photoshop recently, I haven't used it yet. And I actually just skipped the tutorial thing. How is compacted? Settings on top right. Okay. Oh, compact layout. Oh, that's that look. Oh, look at that. That should make things a bit easier, because I'm always having to scroll through all of these. Oh, there's also this new one, right? Obviously, there's not a lot I can do here, but well, actually, there could be. But this seems really useful. This seems like a better version of the color grading or color balance. What's the name? Color balance thing. Actually, haven't had time to use it yet, but it looks good. Not going to use it on here since it's supposed to be black and white, but still pretty cool. Have you guys used the new AI tools a lot? I made a monster before. Actually, I think it's still here. Yeah. We were making monsters a while ago. Very creepy stuff. Looks like what's that painting of Jesus that was that someone tried to restore. It was in Spain actually. The Exe Homo, I think it was. And not a new set with the grading yet. Play a lot around with it in the future. Yeah, I think for me it's going to be useful at least to just have this quick way, because I usually like to do the color grading at the end, and it's the same time I usually do camera raw filters. So it's just making things more straightforward, I think, for me. Little bit of -8, yeah. Oh, let's try that, because I've just played around in like really trying to make weird things, pushing it to the limit. I haven't really thought of good, like, good things I could put to use. For example, the skin smoothing I don't like at all, because this makes your nose disappear. It's very weird. I think it should still be in beta. The style transfer instantly crashes my Photoshop, so I'm not gonna use it. Let's see. Just go like tiny bit facial age here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does that with the hair, I've noticed. Kind of makes it like very compact. It takes a while though. I think it's because I'm streaming. I'm actually noticing that the stream is kind of slowing down. Yeah, I kind of don't know if it's slowed down for you guys. Oh, that is actually good for the skin smoothing. That is much better skin smoothing than the... Yeah, and then you just apply that with a mask. Obviously the hair does weird things, yeah. Stream had a hiccup. Yeah, I noticed it on my preview. It's a cloud thing. I guess it just sends it over and uses a lot of internet. No, it was Photoshop's fault. Using a lot of juice. Okay, let's do this. I think it outputs, yeah, in a new layer. So we put a mask on there, and we just apply it with a soft brush over the skin only. That is actually good. I hadn't thought about using it that way. Probably be using it for some skin smoothing, just to try it out. Also, this is great. I love when you just get the layer by itself. It's nightmarish. Finish hackers. There's also, okay, neural filters. The one I liked as a like maybe useful thing, and get ready for some hiccups, is the light direction one, because it does it pretty well. Let's do it a bit further. At low values it doesn't bother the eyes. Careful with the nostrils. Oh, you gotta patch those out, yeah. See, the light direction thing, it seems to really catch the geometry of the face quite well. The nose and stuff. Obviously the light was already kind of coming from here, but it made the shadow. It's actually something I could see myself using sort of frequently. But yeah, to the other side, let's see. Oh, that was faster. And that kind of neutralizes the light. This is the original, and made it a bit more neutral all over. It seems to pick up pretty well on where the geometry is. Cancel his strobes. The head direction one is freaky. And do some really weird things. But I can't understand how it does it. Because it's kind of good, actually. It's not great, but maybe at really small amounts. Obviously, with getting rid of the hair there. It's kind of strange, but it sort of works. It does a weird thing to the eye though. Look at it. Just plops it down. Plop. It's just a little, exactly. It's not perfect. It is... I mean, it's a computer trying to make a face. It is literally that. And the age thing is... Okay, let's make a monster. Alright, let's just bring everything to the max. And let's... A really angry and happy, but not surprised. And maybe he's looking to that side. No hair thickness. Just leave the head. Oh god. Double nose. That hadn't happened before. The feathering thing? Doesn't look like it. That's for the edge. Oh god. Remove the unique details. That is very strange. It's a creature from Doom. Oh, and is this super zoom? Have you tried it out? I didn't like the results of this one. I've seen some AI results that look much better than that. I don't know why a company like Adobe can... Hang on. Drag to reframe. Should I drag? Oh boy. It's chugging. Am I back? Yeah. Oh boy, it's really having trouble with this one. Okay. Let's see. I've seen maybe... Okay, let's see. I think we have to... do okay? Or is it still... It's still loading. Let's give it a minute. See how it upscales. It's really making my... my stream... Oh god. Don't know if I should have done this. Really taking its time. You know what? Screw it. Yeah. Screw this. There's not enough internet for two things. You have to choose stream or AI. Only one. Okay, the upscaling thing seems to be the most resource intensive. Because it really chugged there. It really like tanked the whole stream. Sorry guys. I'm back, I think. The most interesting is to up-res. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Gotta try that out. Obviously not on stream, because apparently it doesn't like that. Also, how about the JPEG removal? I think for someone like me that's gonna be good. Hopefully it doesn't tank the stream. Hey, thanks for the follow, Red Fairy. Time to all get shitty cameras and let the AI do the job. Okay, this one seems to also be really resource intensive, so I'll leave it for out of stream. But I would like to try with one of those images that, like for people like me, not if you take your own pictures you'll have super high quality versions, but if I'm trying to find something on the internet and it's kind of bad and it has a lot of artifacts, that might help actually. Exactly. Since I'm just looking on the internet, sometimes the exact image you want is super bad quality, and that really sucks. Like here, actually. Oh, I guess I gotta cancel this. Like here, the original image was super bad quality. Like this is the best quality there was. This the site I took it from is from I don't know when. Actually, let's pull it up for you guys. But this is a site I took it from, and it was literally the only site that had a good image of this specific moth flying. The other good source I had was a kind of a scientific stock site that sold it for $1,200. So yeah, I was not gonna buy that. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Look at that little male icon. It is like an artifact from another time, and they were nice. And let's it use this with permission. So it was the best source I had. And honestly, I didn't care too much because I was going to blur it anyway. And it's on a trail cam, it's not supposed to be high quality. Okay, so we got 2 pictures. I'm really happy with this one. I think it's like fits like a glove, fits really well. This one, oh, black and white, is still, I'm still not super happy about. I think I'm gonna fiddle with it a bit more. I'm gonna be changing stuff. We'll see. Like, I like how it cuts with the trees and stuff, but something about the lighting, maybe? Not sure. It's called Timothy. There we go. $19.99. Yeah. But it's really cute. If you read on the side, all the pictures are made by one couple. That probably just had a love for macro photography and were just posting on the internet a long time ago when it just stayed up. Leg position. Yeah, they're kind of floating, this two. I don't think these 2 legs are supposed to be for like touching the ground. It's kind of like mosquitoes where they have 2 legs that are just floating in the air, and it's probably for sensing stuff. They have like little hairs, sensitive hairs. I don't know that much about bug physiology, but it looks like that to me. And you can see it when they fly. They're actually like propped up like this. They're probably, oh, that's the wrong one. Probably like sensitive organs. So I was thinking levels here. Just to the whole thing. Maybe it just needs to be darkened in general. But what I don't like with this is it's just gonna be not visible. It's gonna blend in too much. But if you look at the original, and this deer here, it's not that bright. So I don't know, I'm a bit on the fence about the brightness here. I've picked that kind of moth? Perch on a flower? Do you? Really? I thought it was like I was imagining it was like a super rare kind of appearance. That's cool though. So, maybe too much detail? Let me try something. So this is the mask that Timothy has. If I feather it and make it shift it inside a bit, not that much. I think that's good. Because the edge seemed a bit too clean, I think. Oh, hey. Allow? What did Automod? I think Automod stopped that message because it said, oh. Thank you, Campo. Yeah, it was completely unexpected. Because they feature that they put my work on a story before, a while ago, but they told me beforehand, and they let me know like, are you okay with us reposting your work? I'm like, sure. But this time they didn't, I guess because they already had permission from the first one, so that's all good. So I completely, like, middle of the night, I check my notifications, and I see someone posted a story about you. I'm like, what? Photoshop? Oh shit. Okay. Do they? Okay, so this picture is kind of a taxonomical thing. That's why it has the because when they land, apparently they fold the wings. But I really like this played off wings. That's kind of one of the reasons I darkened them, because I didn't want that to be like so visible. And this is a shadow, right? Yeah. Oh no, that's not. That is a shadow. And the New York Times posted a story about you. I wish. Let me see that. Oh yeah, that's the same kind. I mean, it's like the same family of moths, I guess. Maybe the second one is the same species. Those are really cool. I really like those moths. But it's true, you don't really see the legs. Yeah, they are folded up. Okay, let's see how it would look if we folded those up. Just do it on the... Let's do a quick preview. I do like them in any case. I don't know if I would. Like, even if it's not realistic for the moth species, since we're making a fantasy creature anyway. I think it looks it's interesting. Gives a nicer silhouette. Oh, that is harsh. I don't want that. I want soft. There we go. It was a hit piece. He had a grudge on me. See them quite often in the early summer. Really? I don't think I've ever seen that. And maybe they're just not in my region. From what I saw on Wikipedia, it seems like they're pretty widespread. But still, they could just not live in my region. That would be... Wouldn't be too surprising. Okay, so with this, we've kind of... Well, we haven't done that much, to be honest. But yeah, still probably go back and forth on the shadows here. Exactly. They're pretty small, right? Yeah, I saw them on flowers there. They're quite small. They're not as impressive when you see their actual size. But I just thought they looked so otherworldly. It's really cool. I do want the plumes here to be more visible though. let's just go to the shadows, to this one's. Let's go with a soft brush and try to recover those plumes. Yeah, that's cool. That's better. Yeah, they're really pretty moths. Yeah, I was surprised. I don't know where I saw them. I saw them like yesterday on some picture, not in real life, I mean. So I was really struck by this weird thing, so I went and looked it up. And I found out it was moth. Actually, have a long list of cool bugs to use in the future, maybe. Hang on. There. Okay. I have... Let's just do open everything. I just check the ones I have. Okay, so this weird weevil is nice. Well, this one I already used. No, it's a weevil pupa. That's pretty cool too. This one is extremely cute, and I love it, and I want to protect it. It's another weevil, actually. It's another weevil pupa. It's not even a bug. These are pretty nice. That's Bear Thunder's pictures, which I have saved up because he told me I could use them. So that's a very classic scarab. These ones are like nightmare creatures. I love them. Atlas beetles are pretty nice, although I've already done one with beetles, so I probably won't use it. This hellish, enormous... Look at this beast from hell. Yeah, I like the squids. So this is the name is also like from hell. It's called Mantis diabolica. Like, come on. They're so cool, and they're just enormous. Like, they could eat you. That's a model, right? I love mantis, like mantises. I don't know. Oh, this. Oh, it's a video. It's the diabolical ironclad beetle. It's apparently uncrushable. Like, you need the weight needed to crush this bad boy is like equivalent to like 10 tanks or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's like hyper resistant. That's another one. Look, that's the armor they have inside. It's crazy. And then there's this cricket from hell. I love it too. It's like a goth or metal cricket. It just really likes spikes. But it does have like a cute face underneath. So it is very weird. And it is very big. Mantis are banned in your area? That's crazy. I don't think they're banned in Spain. I don't know though. I never really looked it up. Anyway, that is Valdevia's bug collection. Oh, that's the original. It was very bright. I mean, it's like very wide. That's why I struggle with how bright to make it. It's supposed to be like just pretty much pure white all around. So I never know. Anyway, I'll probably go back to it tomorrow and just fiddle with it and be happy, and so I'm happy. Got two pretty good ones done in a quite a quick time. The one thing I wanna make clear here is the dates. I wanted them both to be from the same day, right? It's like two cameras in the forest picking up this bug and it's never picked up again. Little mystery. So we have the 2:55 a.m., 10:26, the 26. God, Americans and their date systems. From the month before, it just really trips me up. Eastern Canada. Oh, do you speak French? Well, Canadian French, which is pretty much another whole thing. I'm not really able to understand it too well. Okay, and this is 6:18 p.m. and 2015. Okay, it's even a different year. So what I'm gonna do is take this little timestamp here, copy it, and put it here. Okay. Okay. So we'll keep the date, we'll keep the we'll change the time in a minute. So we can probably, well, I guess they're two different cameras, so the numbers don't have to match. That is fine, I think. So let's just change the hour. Let's do 2:55 to do we have a 3? Yes, we do. Let's also copy this nameplate. Or time plate, I guess. Whatever. Okay, just so we can take numbers from it. Oh, ben tu peux parler français avec moi si tu veux. My mom's French, and so it's one of my birth languages. France is no longer France. Okay, let's take the 3. We'll make it like 3 something a.m. Control J here. There we go. And here. $3.15. Right, so we have 2:55, 3:15. Seems right. I do think I need to move this like a little bit up or down. I don't know. There. Now they match the time. And last but not least, I need to put a signature. If you're new here, I always sign my edits by putting this symbol somewhere. It's always hidden. Sometimes it's very easy to spot, sometimes it's completely impossible. But it's always there. So I need a place to put in. We got these two edits, so I could draw it in the trees. And that would be a really hard one, like just make a branch that goes like this and a branch that goes like this. That would be like the asshole way of hiding it. The other I'm thinking is using this and taking parts from different numbers to create a little, like make the symbol in the same style and put it in front of the numbers, something like that. Let's try that. Seems fairly easy too. We can just take the 1, for example. And this. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's easy. Let's go. We have 1. We have this. And we have... That's it. That's all the parts I need, I think. So below this, I'm gonna paint over this 0 because it's gonna go in that place. Gonna get a 1. Gotta remove the little whatever it's called. There we go. And we got all the pieces we need. And we're gonna put this on Leiden. So. Oh, maybe this is too close. Ramen caterpillar. Gotta look that up now. Oh. Oh, that's great. What the hell is this? This is definitely from hell. And it evolves into this. Well, I say evolve like it's a Pokemon, but... Oh, that large. Yes. I like this. Definitely saving this one up in my list. Hang on. There. Save it up. Nope. It's cool though, I like it. Okay, so we need to move this one. Yeah, it still seems acceptably good. Okay, copy this. I got the V and the A, we just need the slash. Boom. It's gonna make it a little bit longer. That looks alright. Yeah, why not? Pretty good. So I'll combine everything. That's all I need. And I'll copy it to the other one. It's like a little bit higher, so I'll just move it up a pixel. So this should be Leiden. Below it, I'm just gonna paint. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's also Hickory Horn Devil Caterpillar. Okay. Of course, I gotta look that up. Oh, great. I love this one too. I wonder why they both have this. It is enormous. It is huge. I guess they evolved them for defense, just not get pecked on by birds or something like that. I don't know. Saved up too. Very much obsessed with moths. Well, you're in the right place. For me, it's basically something I started, like moths and bugs in general. It's something I started learning while doing this series. But I like doing a series that also makes me learn about stuff. Like a while ago, and probably none of you remember this one. a while ago, I did this series about old gods from polytheistic religions in modern settings. Kind of like what would happen to these gods nowadays, and like what would they be doing? Like, hey, nobody remembers them, but they still have their powers. So what are they doing? And that was the idea. It was Thor. We had to make Thor, of course. This was Horus from the Egyptian pantheon. So of course the god of wind and stuff, and the sun. That's why he has it on his helmet. This was a Mayan god or Aztec god of the night. So of course he's serving drinks in a bar, in a nightclub. This is a goddess of nature in Celtic religion, and now she's an environmental scientist, of course, in Asturias, in my region, obviously. And this is Sun Wukong, the Chinese like volcanic god, like hero that Dragon Ball Z is based on, actually, like the Monkey King. And of course he's training martial arts. And this is the Hawaiian god Spele, the Hawaiian god of volcanoes. He's doing dances. That was a series. It was a pretty fun one, especially because I got to like research and learn a lot about these cultures before I even started making the edit. It was pretty fun. It's a bit wide for a character here, but it's fine. Oh, they get messed up here too? Beyond Leiden. That's good. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, the since it's a pretty unknown god, at least over here in Europe, I guess in America too, I put the god in the as if it was the bar name, like Tezcatlipoca. Kek, ancient Egyptian god. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with this. So, since we still have time, let me save these, because I don't think I've saved them since the beginning of the stream, which is very dangerous, actually. So let's just call it 1. This is 2. There we go. Oh, I could also do a little top level. Oh, wrong keys. Top level editing here. I'm not gonna do color grading, of course, since it's black and white. We could do like a little messing with contrast, maybe. Just change the mood a little bit. Photoshop is anything like Flash. You really need to save often. Yeah, I do. I forget though. I should make an emote to make people remind me to save. We pump the whites up a little bit. That's a lot though. About that. Just like increase the contrast a little bit. Maybe we can add a little bit of noise on top of everything. That should hide some errors. Effects, I think, yeah. So let's go with grain. Increase the size and decrease the roughness a little. Then just apply a little bit of that. It's a night picture, it has the right to be grainy. A little bit of vignette maybe, just to maybe darken this area a little, make the moth, which is in the middle, be more the center of the image. Every day you have to use Flash. That sounds horrible. Okay, let's see how much vignette is good. A little bit like this. It'll list kind of cleans up this. Just lets the highlights be listed. Really, the letters and stuff not be darkened. How about, is it better that that's before and that's the after? What do you guys think? Should we go with this, like, increased contrast feeling, or should we keep it more plain, more realistic? Before and after. Actually not sure. Let's try for the other one too. Increase contrast? Yeah, okay, let's go with that. At least for now. Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be completely against, but... Okay, so I think here, there's not that much contrast to add, since it's already like super visible. Maybe a little bit like that. Does no harm. You can add grain like the other one too, just to like unify the graininess of the whole thing, because maybe this is more grainy than the rest. Let's add a bit larger, less rough. It's crazy how putting some grain can make the image look higher quality. Look at that. I can't put that much, but just like some texture and tricks our brains into thinking it's more high quality. Have to go hunting for you. Yeah, go. You'll... Sometimes it might be quite hard. You can ask me for help if you have trouble. Usually it's fairly easy though, if you're looking for it. But at first it was a way to make it harder for people to copy them around, and just like if I put a normal signature in the corner, they could just crop that out. So I was like, I'm gonna be a little bit more creative with this, and it ended up being a thing, so. I like the vignette in this one a lot, because it really focuses the eyes and removes this really bright spot here. And actually, this midpoint, yeah. So there we go, we got 2 of them, at least for now. The first one is still a bit, I'm still a bit unsure about. Let's save them up. Okay, so now that we, I think, are pretty much settled with this, how about we take a look at the pictures I took with my new camera?